Today we are doing the Hungarian Empire. This is not gonna be fun. I'm just gonna have to conquer like everything. I'm gonna plan to go maneuver because maneuver is just the best. What can I say? Our main threats are gonna come from like Turkey, France, Germany, Italy. Italy's a big one, but I have a feeling it's gonna be Turkey. So now we're just gonna get 2 electronic factories so we can sell those to make some money. And let's get a motor steel factory. I'm gonna do that later. Let's first go let's get a leader just in case I want to go mountain, because mountain's pretty good for this area. So I'll get a mountain leader. That's kind of quite a bit of mountains. I'm gonna justify on Croatia and oh my god, why do you keep going? Oh, okay, Italy's a player. Let's just find Croatia and Slovenia. And let's go into tech. I guess we have to go research always, and let's start tech, tank, and infantry just in case. Germany is a player. They don't seem that much of a threat though, because they're spamming troops. Early game troops are not the best. I'm gonna get some copper so my electronic factories work. Electronic factories are pretty important because I can sell and make money. I need the money. Yeah, this is okay. Some decent leaders. I'll get the general's army because I don't want to go democratic like right at the beginning. So the democratic leader is gonna be kind of useless. And I might go communist, but I don't know. So let's just wait a bit because I don't want to go in deficit. Debt and lose all my trades. So now we got them there. Let's get some tungsten because tungsten's never on the map. It's so annoying. And I'm just gonna try to get as much as I can. Okay, 5 tungsten, that's good. And now I've got a lot of electronics. So let's sell 5 to Argentina, 5 to Egypt, 5 to the Philippines. And yeah, that's building our economy quite good. Nigeria accepting. Nice. Everyone's accepting, which makes me think that this is gonna be a trading game. Literally everyone's accept. Oh my. I'm in minus. That's how many I sold. I'll cancel Egypt because Egypt dies a bit. And let's also cancel Iran because I don't know. Iran might become player. And yeah, so now I'm gonna get some steel for my for my steel factory. Iron for my steel factory, yeah, so that my tanks can work. So I'll just clip to when my tanks work now. Now my war's Slovenia and my tanks are up and running, so we're gonna have to go maneuver just because I'm using tanks and they don't want my tanks to be useless. So let's take out Slovenia for the extra money, which means I can then get more civilian factories and then I can like build up my economy even more because I'm earning quite a bit. However, tanks are gonna be expensive, which is a problem. Germany is taking up Poland, not a problem. All my factories are working. It's nice, good. And I'll buy some more resources just in case. Okay, now Kosovo is gonna fall. I'll declare on Croatia. My plan is just to blitz the Balkans because the Balkans is not really that strong, and the only real one that's gonna pose a threat is Romania, because they've got mountains. It's not really a threat. It's more if they'll take a while to be taken over. So Croatia will give me that extra money, which I can use to build civilians. Okay, so yeah. Now Croatia's been annexed, so is Serbia. However, France and Germany are building borders. I would rather prefer none of them to win because that's going to create a power imbalance in Europe, which I do not like. Germany was my phosphate for me. Okay, I'll let them. Because I'd rather have Germany to win than France, because France can form Napoleon, which needs Croatia, and I own Croatia. So it's a slight problem. The Turks I'm allied with, and they've taken out Greece, which is not a lot. They're pretty inefficient in their conquest. So yeah, so now Bulgaria is gonna be gone. I'm earning tons of money because I sold a lot of consumer goods. Russia's also getting kind of strong, which is not nice. I don't want a strong. I want just a chill game with no massive superpower, so I can become the superpower. Yeah, it's very it juxtaposes my own ideals. Very tragic. However, I'm pretty rich, which means I can build more factories, build my economy up even more. So I don't think I'm gonna go to war for a while because there's no threats. So I might start colonizing. as I need resources and I don't want to go and trade with everyone. So let's just conquer all of the rest of the Balkans and then let's go for Africa. Oh no. Germany lost Berlin. Oh no. I do not want a superpower France. That's worse than a superpower German. That's the worst superpower type, a French person. Because they just spam out. Okay, same as a German. But yeah, I'd rather have like not Britain. Okay, I'd rather have Germany. Britain's okay. Britain's probably gonna give up after expansion. Like, what else do they have to expand for? And I'm out of tungsten. How amazing! And Germany's gone. Like, literally gone. There's nothing they can do. No more this video. Okay, let's just conquer Romania and all that. Ethiopia's formed the Horn of Africa. They've done the Horn of Africa. I'm gonna change my flag so it looks nicer. So this is basically Kingdom of Hungary flag. That means I'm basically Kingdom of Hungary. So that's good. France took over Germany and now they're going for Spain. This is it's not gonna end well. I'm gonna take out Czechia before France can take it out. So France has a lot of allies, which makes me think they're not that competent. But they did take out Germany. But they could have taken them out with tank spam, so I don't know. And Russia I've allied with, so I've formed a massive alliance. France does want to ally with me. So that might foreshadow where they want to attack. They might want to go for me. However, I don't really contain a lot of resources, and Turkey's not really doing anything. Turkey's probably developing. They don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of factories, which means they're kind of doomed. I'm also sending quite a bit to my internal market, which boosts my trade economy a lot. So we're chilling right now. We just need to build up our economy even more and start colonizing. I just want a chill game, you know, playing tool, get a decent economy, maybe fight France, Italy, Europe. Just trying to develop first. Okay, so let's start our first colonial endeavor. Oh, can you train? No, you can't train in the water. So let's start in Liberia. It's kind of late to start colonizing, but no one else is really gonna colonize. So that's okay. It's so expensive, tanks. Maybe it's my spending, but it's still expensive. So the first colony, Liberia, then I plan like going just to the to the east, yeah. And that's really my plan. I'm gonna use I chose Liberia as it has a square city, so I can just spawn more tanks, and that'll be good. I'm jungle specking these troops so they can actually do some damage. I don't know if there's actually. I think Chad is a player. I'm not. Someone's taking out. It's Chad. Yes, it is. So Chad is a player. I'm just gonna try to get the main ones. France took over UK, which I am not happy with, because that means there's a huge, massive power imbalance, and I really can't do anything because I can't spam out tanks as I don't have enough square cities. My economy is decent enough, however, I just can't do as many tanks, which is gonna be my downfall eventually. I can tell, but Liberia is falling nicely, so that's good. And I'll go for Ghana next. So yeah. Now Liberia's been annexed. I'm moving on to Cote d'Ivoire. So yeah, we're chilling. Turkey's getting some more some more colonies here. North Africa, which takes my phosphate trade, is very annoying. Cote d'Ivoire's gone, so I'm just gonna advance along the Gold Coast and go for Ghana. Chad's probably gonna go for Burkina Faso, which is kind of annoying as I wanted Burkina Faso. My tanks are dying in Ghana. That is so annoying. So, but I'm also getting tungsten up, which means I can actually produce more tungsten because I'm in such a massive tungsten deficit. I also need to develop my country because I don't know why, but I'm just so underdeveloped, and there's a massive China-Russian war, which I don't really care. If China gets into Europe, that's gonna be annoying because I can't expand anymore in Europe. That means I'm pretty big. I'm like probably the second strongest in Europe, after France, of course. Because France is really, they've got like 5 times my population. No, they have like 10 times, which is really annoying. However, we're okay. We're chilling. Turkey's taken over North Africa, and he's probably gonna go for Saudi next. Now, yeah, Italy fell, and I've got massive colonies. I'm also planning a huge, large-scale attack on Nigeria. And Italy fell, which is really really threatening for me. I'm not scared of France because I've swapped two static lines so I can hold my ground. France is not a threat, and I think France tried to ally me because I'm not allying France. I might get a shipyard, get some battleships so he can't like bomb my shores and that. However, we have a slight problem. France has a monopoly of in Europe. Russia left. Did Russia leave? I don't know. Russia's burning. Russia's got a terrible economy. There's nothing they can do, and I don't think they're gonna help in a massive war against France. I really cannot push because I'm on static lines. I have to hold my ground, or I'm utterly, utterly. I'm just very useless. I have to hold my ground, and Turkey is collapsing. So that's really. I was planning a massive large scale attack with Cuba. Cuba betrayed me. They didn't really want to join in, which is such a shame. So that means I'm gonna have to form the empire. I did want to do Hunnic Empire, however, this was not gonna end well, I can tell. And this training is costing me my whole life savings. What is this? Why is it 20 million just to train 2 million? Actually, wait, okay, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. But still, oh my god. And I got a liberal judge because I needed the money. I mean, I needed the unrest because I've got the very big problems. Turkey's falling. He's a very good ally, but I'm really not prepared to fight France right now because I've got all my troops in Africa, jungle specialized. So we'll just take on Nigeria, and then if Turkey's still alive, we'll have to join him and help him out. However, I don't think he's gonna make it. My troops are nearly maxed out, so that's good. Yeah, I genuinely went AFK for a bit, and somehow Russia collapsed into absolute dust. I'm earning a lot of money. I'm so developed. I need this one seat so I can form Hungarian Empire, and I'm gonna go towards France because I need to. I'm gonna avenge Turkey. Turkey was a really good guy. Actually, I just wanna like see if I'm strong because I've done a lot. And I haven't really done any big, large scale wars. I mean, Nigeria, I took over Nigeria now, but I'm not counting that because Nigeria got absolutely wiped. They didn't pop a fight, so I'm not even including it in the video. However, they are like kind of adding to my population quite a bit. And Carpathian Rus is gone. That was quick, and the army of Hungary is stronger. France has a lot of bombers, a lot of development. They are a good player, I'll give them that. And oh no, I can't form Unix now. I actually didn't realize this, so there was no point me taking Ukraine and all of that, which means there's no point. Like, what? I was gonna form Hunnic, but now I can't. My Ethiopian allies just devouring Africa. I've got like the most. Okay, Maria's on steroids. Literally, what is that Marian Empire? I'm fourth in the rankings behind France because I've been playing economically. My economy's crazy, so we're just gonna have to go towards France now. They do have a much larger population. They have like 5 times my population. However, I'd win. Now I'm declaring war on France. We are both fort spamming. Yes, he's spamming in tanks, going instantly in. He's doing some crazy damage. However, he cannot touch my larger stacks. He only wiped out the small stacks, and in the south, I'm winning too. So he's penetrated quite a bit. If he scorches, that's gonna be a really okay. Scorches. France lost so much respect. Actually, I don't know if he lost that much because I am kind of the okay, 18k tanks. How is France affording this? But France also has one major problem. He's defo in maneuver warfare, which means he's gonna have crazy war exhaustion. My attack in Turkey is pushing him back. I've held my land up north. 20k tanks! My capital might be gone. I might have to abandon the capital. I've got not enough. I do not have anywhere remotely near enough troops. I've also done crazy damage in Turkey now. He took my capital. However, he's gone now. Those 18k tanks died. I've got huge numbers of battleships, which means I can bombard his Alexandrian troops. I'm also running out of artillery and manpower, which is money more than manpower. So the slight problem, however, I'm winning the war right now. The exhaustion that he's gained is so much, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to take over all his land. Like the war exhaustion that would grant me is very bad. He's also lost most of Turkey, which I can scorch, which will even more destroy his war exhaustion. This war is starting to turn in my favor. However, my income's gonna become a little bit of a problem soon, as he's burned a lot. And he's also tried quite a few attacks in the south, like Nigeria. However, it's the war's at a stalemate right now, because if he knows if he pushes, he'll get absolutely destroyed. And I know I cannot push, as he's got over 30k tanks. That's outrageous. Why does he have so many tanks? My war exhaustion is increasing, which means I'm gonna have to go with this. What actually I do? I can't do. I can't even do martial law. That's so sad. I don't have enough political power. Actually, wait, no, I do. What? I don't know why it's not letting me. I don't meet requirements. Okay, fair enough. So now I'm gonna try another offense. Actually, I don't know. We're just sitting here chilling. Whoever survives wins. Yeah, whoever's economy survives wins. Now, both our countries are burning. I've got high war exhaustion. And no one's joining. It's just me surviving France. Cuba, I had hope in Cuba. However, they just betrayed me. And Russia's gone. USA's literally weak. Mario Empire was the only one that could join and actually help. However, Mario left the game, which means I'm the only survivor left in Europe. And France is suffering. Like, the losses they've taken are catastrophic. He recaptured Turkey, but at the cost of thousands of tanks and a lot of destruction. I've also got way more development than him, and I think it might be time for me to launch a counter offensive against France. He cannot penetrate through the mountains. The one problem I have really is manpower, is money. I had a lot of money, however, I have no clue where it went. I think it went into me just spamming artillery, and through the first push, I did not use enough infantry, which was my main problem. So, the war with France, I think I have to white piece it. My economy is gone, and I am very tired. Like 2030, he's got forts everywhere. This is not going to be fun conquering. Even if I do outlast him, I'm gonna have to conquer him. And I swapped to democracy, just try to save my economy, so I can't even take him anyway. So white peace is the option. I could recapture my capital. I don't know why I didn't want to recapture my capital, but that was kind of dumb of me. However, France is sending in battleships into my artillery, which is worse of him. So soon the war will end. I will soon end it. Yes. Now I've accepted France's white peace, and I consider myself victorious. France said he's got war exhaustion on 8 and he was about to collapse, so I won. Bye guys. I count that as a win.